are back with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So fucking absolute bloodbath in the markets today. Bitcoin down and looking juicy. Juicy under 60,000 USD. That is the best price Bitcoin has ever been risk adjusted. When I say risk adjusted, I mean there is like 0.00001% chance Bitcoin is going to fail. 6 months ago or 7 months ago, it was at $126,000. Nothing has changed. Not one blip in the system. Not a single block has been delayed. Not a transaction been stopped. The government hasn't done anything. If anything, the government are buying at this price. And when I say the government, I mean the corporations, the big monies, the bully boys, the people who are trying to scare you away from it are buying it. Of course. I looked up the other night because I'm speaking to my friend and I'm trying to explain to him what is going on. You've got billionaires and trillionaires and fucking gazillionaires, and you've got a very unstable property market that is about to fucking hit 2008 level delinquencies and foreclosures and fire sales by Q4 2026. And you've got a fucking stock market that is up and down like a fucking meme coin. And you've got gold, which is a safe haven asset. And I just did the quick calculations on Claude. I'm like, all right, Claude, well, property is uninvestable at the moment. Let's just not include property. Billionaires have property. They don't need any more property. They don't need to be dealing with fucking high-rise buildings. They've got it already. What they need is somewhere to stash their blood money. And a quick Claude question. Hey, Claude, I'm a billionaire and I have $2 billion. I'm about to buy gold. How much does $2 billion in gold weigh? And Claude said, hello, Mr. Boyle. At today's gold price of roughly 3,300 Troy ounces, here's the math. Blah, 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 blah. 41,560 pounds. Or if you are in every other country on Earth, that's 18,850 kilograms. Almost 19 tons. That seems like a little bit of a drag, doesn't it? It seems like a little bit of a pain in the ass to move around and fucking carry on your back, doesn't it? If I was a billionaire, I would be looking for an asset, something that is lightweight, something I can jump on my private jet with and flee. In a downturn. That's what I would be looking for. Something that is extremely liquid so I can sell it whenever I want to, wherever I want to, for however many dollars or fucking yen or fucking rubles or whatever I need. I would want something very liquid with a lot of upside as the mainstay assets of the world deteriorate and crash. I need something for protection. What is there? So that's one thing you could look at. This is when you buy Bitcoin, when absolutely nobody wants it. Nobody's talking about it. People think Epstein fucking created it. No one has any fucking idea what's going on. Let me explain to you. Let me explain to you in a different way. Just think of, because Bitcoin is a protocol, it's not actually a coin. It's a protocol like the internet. Just imagine when the internet was created, they were like, okay, we need to secure the internet, so we want as many people on board with the internet as we can get. So what we're going to do is we're going to sell you a little bit of the internet, a little bit of the network, so you own a part of the internet. And we want you to do this because the more people who own a little slice of the internet, the more secure it is, the more impossible it is to break down. Just imagine that. That's what Bitcoin is. You are buying a piece of an indestructible network, and everything that will be built on top of it accrues to you if you own a part of the network. It's not a coin. You know, the internet, the bottom layer, the absolute bottom layer of the internet was a very simple protocol. It was designed and created to be indestructible, to send messages, very simple, small messages in a nuclear disaster. It would still operate. That's the bottom layer. There was nothing. It's like, hey, you could send tiny little fucking information packages, but it was indestructible. That's what it was designed for. That's the internet. And everything was built on top of that indestructible layer. I think it's TCP/IP or some shit like that. I don't know. I'm not a software engineer. But the concept is the same. At the bottom layer of something, you need something indestructible. That was indestructible. That's what it was built for. That's why the internet operates on top of that bottom layer. If that bottom layer was not indestructible, then the internet wouldn't work. Everything that sits on top of that protocol is the internet. And then they built on top of it. Then you got fucking email. Then you got video. Then you got everything else the internet is. But that's all sitting on top of that indestructible layer. That's what Bitcoin is. Bitcoin is the indestructible steel at the bottom of a protocol stack. And unlike the internet, and Bitcoin's going to replace the internet at some point, unlike the internet, you can actually take your shitty little money and go out there and buy a part of the Bitcoin protocol network, the indestructible layer, and you can keep it and no one can take it from you. It's not a coin. Oh my God. And so when you think about Bitcoin and you're like, oh, it's 60 fucking thousand, it's actually 59,000. It's $59,000 for a coin. What the fuck is the coin? You're buying part of the network. You're buying part of the network that every single thing in the future is going to be built on, and all economy is going to be sucked into it. Every asset class will be sucked into Bitcoin at some point. It is a vortex of time and energy. That's why you buy it. That's why you own it. Jesus Christ. Anyway, that's my monthly Bitcoin rant. I hope you enjoyed it. No news about the missing tooth yet. I need to investigate that. We'll hear about that tomorrow. Anyway, that'll fucking do it for tonight, and I'll see ya the fuck later.